it's Jane Hamill from fashionbrainacademy.com, and today's video is Ask Jane. I have a question from a reader. Her name is Chloe, and she says, should my pattern maker and my manufacturer be in the same company or two different companies? Also, should I have them sign a confidentiality agreement? Background on Chloe is it's her very first season. She's just starting out. Alright, so depending on where you live, Chloe, and what's the situation, you may not have that many options. You know, if you're in a bigger market, you may find a contractor that does the manufacturing and has a pattern maker there too. I've used both, and I've gone both back and forth on this. You know, either way is fine, but it also really kind of depends on the quantities that you're planning to produce as well. But I would probably say that get the best people you can find, and if they're in the same place, so be it. But I don't think it's important that they need to be. I kind of like, personally, after so many years of doing production with my line, I kind of like to have a pattern maker be here and a contractor be here separate, because then if something goes wrong, it's, you know, sometimes you get some infighting between the two of them, and if they're in two different companies, it can sort of diffuse some of the tension. You know, there's no hard and fast rule, but that's my first choice, is have them be separate. And the most important thing, though, truthfully, is that the pattern maker is really, really good. And that there's a level of trust between them. Because I have definitely had situations where the sewers would always say, well, this pattern's wrong, this pattern's wrong. They didn't seem to have a lot of respect for the pattern maker. So I try to find, if I'm working with a contractor I know I like, I try to find a recommendation from them on a pattern maker that they like. Sometimes that works great. So it's always the best. As far as a confidentiality agreement, you know, I would say this is something that I teach with my private clients too. It's like, yes, go ahead and do it. Yeah, absolutely. Truth is, it's not really going to make that much difference. I mean, you know, there's an opportunity that other people, designers, come to the contractors and see your stuff, or they're going to talk about it by accident. You know, it can't hurt to do it as far as a factory, but, you know, I would go ahead and do it just if you feel better about it. Definitely I would do it with the pattern maker, because they have control over their stuff, and they'll if they know that they've signed something with you, they'll be more careful about leaving it out or keeping it someplace. Okay? So if you're not getting weekly tips like these already in your inbox, go to janehamill.com, or fashionbrainacademy.com. You can sign up, and we have a free report on fabrics, and you can also get this type of information straight to you every week. Thanks so much, and if you go to the blog, you can also submit a question to be answered in this series.